Hi, my name is Dustin. I'm the owner of Hanchic. We started this restaurant on September 2020. We have including myself, we have three other partners. So we have four of us started the restaurant. Then we were all in the restaurant industry. But then when the pandemic happened, all the restaurants has been closed. So we have to think about something to do. We were planning to open up a restaurant already, but then we didn't think they would be this soon. At that time, we all kind of lost our job, and then we just kind of decided to look for a spot and then just start from there. So for me personally, I was since I was owning a Korean restaurant, like authentic traditional Korean restaurant, and then my chef, one of my partners used to work at like a Little Sister and all this American fine dining cuisine. So we thought it would be fun to combine it together and then just create something new. Every day it was a challenge. It was, it was all of our first actual restaurant to open. From the beginning we had to renovate all the place, and then we had to face all these difficulties. And thankfully we met nice people to try to help us out, because we were young, and then they want us to not too difficult times. Yeah. So we were targeting non-Koreans, Caucasians, where they don't know about Korean food as much, but then they heard about Korean food, and then we wanted to kind of introduce them our Korean food fused with other cuisine, where they could feel more comfortable eating Korean food, I guess. Yeah. It's definitely fun, and then we have fun working together and then trying to build something from nothing, because literally have nothing, and then we're just trying to build our own things right now. But then it's definitely fun, but then sometimes sometimes good, sometimes bad, because sometimes we're too close where it doesn't feel like work, but sometimes you have to be a little bit distant from friendship, because it's a business. So we're trying to balance those out right now.
Hi, my name is Michael Pack. I'm one of the co-founders of Love Hour Burgers.
And I'm Dewey, one of the other co-founders of Love Hour.
Love Hour got started about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And our third partner, Jimmy Han, who is one of our mentors as well. He has a lot of businesses and the restaurants in LA and in Long Beach. And we've just been such good friends with him for a long time. And Dewey and I also do Koreatown Run Club, and worked on a lot of projects pertaining to the neighborhood of Koreatown. And we had an opportunity to sit down with him and possibly get into the food industry together. And we sat down, thought of a game plan, and our brainchild, Love Hour, popped up.
Yeah, before Love Hour was Love Hour, we knew we wanted to do burgers. And I had just gone on a trip to Taiwan and other parts of Asia. And I guess it was just, I do design stuff for other things, but at that very time on that trip, I was like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. And it's kind of what you see now. I feel like if I had gone to, Mexico City or anywhere else, Love Hour would look completely different. But if the crates, we have these yellow beer crates from Asia. They're supposed to be reminiscent of the Japanese Kirin crates when you go to different restaurants and stuff over there. They use them as tables, seats, everything. So that's kind of one of the big things big branding. I don't know, it's just cool. So we did it, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a lot of night market vibes, but it's nothing has Mike and Jimmy are Korean, I'm Vietnamese, we're in Taiwan, so it's not an Asian thing necessarily. Obviously we're all Asian, but it's just meant to kind of feel like a night market without necessarily being welcome to,
Night market.
Thailand or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started very small. It started with us and our friends, so our Instagram and branding kind of just speaks to them first, I guess. And then of course people will message us and like it, and they'll come. But I feel like everyone, especially now with COVID, like we know everyone that shows up, even if I don't recognize them, you know, probably because they got the mask on, but like, oh, I know you. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's everything. Like everything that Mike and I work on is based in community. With the run club, you know, it's nothing without the runners, nothing without the community. And with being like a local mom and pop burger spot, that's all you have, right? We're not getting, you know, steady like DoorDash orders to like keep us afloat. You know, it's all word of mouth. It's all, you know, customer service. It's like, hey, did you have a good time, and will you tell your friends about it? You know, it's people don't necessarily Google burgers and then find us and come. They're like, oh, I heard about these guys through my friend's friend, you know, whoever, local community or bigger Instagram community or food community or whatever. I think that's so important to us and all the local small shops out there.
Jesus reached out to us and multiple other small businesses in Koreatown, and we heard about it. We love what you guys were doing, and just wanted to get involved, really. And yeah, we all got together and we donated some burgers one weekend, dropped it off, and they took it to downtown LA and donated some food. It was cool. They just reached out, and we want to be a part of it and help out any way we could. So we want to do more stuff like that, and it's just really cool to see BCD take initiative and kind of lead the way and contact other people to get involved. So that was really cool to see too. Yeah. Yeah, I think advice would be, if you really want to do something in life, do it for yourself and not for your parents, because your parents want you to do it, especially being Asian and your parents are super, you got to go this way or this way. I mean, just ask them if you do that, they're going to pay your bills or buy you a house or do all these things for you, because they're not. So you really got to live your own life and just do the things you want to do, which is like the toughest thing, but it's probably the most rewarding at the end if you do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, COVID specific, like you have all this free time,
Right.
you know, do something with it. It's easy to, you know, you're in class and you're super busy, and then you have like this year-long break. Like, I'm sure at first you don't want to do anything, which is what I think a lot of us were doing. But then it's like, okay, it's starting to get boring, so we need to start doing something. And then that's just like really just going for it, and you know, it helps you think differently. Like, obviously you can't just like open up a store and have everyone come to your store, so you have to, you know, kind of be open to pivoting and feeling things out and failing, and you know, it's fine. We're still in this, right? So you have more time to figure it out. But
to piggyback on this, guys, the what he's saying about the more time, especially during this time, not to boast his guy, but he started a very successful running magazine with another friend of his, and it's super successful. And then I had some downtime, and I said, what can I do during this time? And I started a nonprofit to feed the homeless. So like, there's not much excuse that you can have. It's just kind of like, if you want to do something, you'll find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Especially during this time. Yeah.
oh, it's 2021 already, huh?
It's crazy.
Honestly, for me at least, kind of what I hope for in this new year is, you know, kind of pick up where we started. I feel like we weren't just sitting around doing nothing, but I know we had with Love Hour and myself personally, we had a lot of stuff going on and getting ready to, you know, kind of just hopefully take off before. And so hopefully everything, you know, it's back to normal. I
Yeah.
don't want to say normal, but you
Yeah.
know, things start picking up, and in life, you know, you kind of see a better path of the future, and you know, just go really hard when everything's safe to do so.
Yeah, just to piggyback on Dewey, it's just we just hope things settle down, and then we can work on cool projects with friends, and kind of do bigger stuff, and then eventually, hopefully, it leads to possibly even doing like a brick and mortar situation for Love Hour. But at that moment, you know, we're putting our head down, working hard, and just eating a lot of burgers.
Yeah, my name's Edward Lee. I'm the president and CEO of BC Tofu House. Sure, yeah, I mean, as you know, goes without saying, it's been a challenging year for everyone, including restaurants. I mean, we're meeting here in a patio, and it's full of customers up until, you know, a week and a half ago. So, and our tents outside not being used and doing delivery only. Yeah, I mean, I think all restaurants are facing pretty much the same challenges, you know, in terms of just changing COVID restrictions, and you know, it's challenging just learning new restrictions every day and trying to understand when we can return to normal. You know? So I don't think they're any different than any other restaurant. I mean, we still consider ourselves, I mean, we're pretty still, you know, a small restaurant chain. So I think it impacts us the same way. Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, one of the challenges that we face is, you know, we're in a lot of different counties, and each county has different health code and has different COVID surges, and you know, so I think that's been challenging. Is that, you know, one location needs to close this day, another one needs to close the other day, and just trying to keep up with all the restrictions is challenging. Yeah, I think it helps for us that, you know, we've had a long history, and you know, we've had staff that have been through the ups and downs of the industry, so you know, they're able to kind of respond to challenges faster, and able to also able to innovate. You know, that's really important when you have challenges. And I think over time we realized that we're more than just a restaurant. We're really a place for the community to gather, you know, for families to come together, have good memories, for Koreans to invite their non-Korean friends to Korean food and Korean culture, and really trying to be good ambassadors of Korean culture to the mainstream American audience. So yeah, I think we're learning how to do that better. You know, I think part of that desire was where Koreatown Cares came from. Was really trying to understand how can we be better neighbors, how can we serve our community through what we know best, you know, making food. The Koreatown Cares, you know, it was funny. I mean, we didn't really start with making this a big event. It was just going to be us delivering food to LA Mission, you know, just because we know they needed volunteers. But then they asked us, and they asked us to be in charge of a whole meal, which is 300 meals, and we're like, well, that's a lot. So that's when we started to reach out to partners in the Koreatown community, and we were actually really surprised by the level of enthusiasm among business owners. And I think a lot of business people want to be helpful but don't know how. And so, you know, that was really fun to find different partners, you know, and then we didn't have a van. So then we reached out and someone offered their van. So it's been a really kind of a good collaboration, very grassroots, and we hope it's helpful. Like any small business, you know, you can't do it alone. And it's always about finding the right partners who have the right values and, you know, who want to do something that's impactful. And so, yeah, I think we're always open to different collaborations and working with different organizations. I would say as college students, I mean, having been there, you know, I think it's about, you know, being innovative, you know, not just trying to stay on one path, but trying to think out of the box and try to think about what the new economy and what the new market's going to be, you know, and I would say that's the best time to think and dream big is when you're in college. So I would just encourage that. You know, I would say for us at BCD, we would say, you know, how do we come out stronger and understand and serve our customers better. Yeah, that goes everything from learning how do we package foods better, and deliver food that's still fresh to our customers even when it's delivery. And I would say from a larger brand point of view, how do we really help and partner with other people and serve our community during a really tough time. I guess I'm really thankful to you guys, to KCN for interviewing us. I think also highlighting what we're doing, and I think it's really important for Korean Americans to really be involved with community service. Really understand that I think our culture is not just about good food and good music, but I think it's about giving back to our community. It's about service, and I'm glad that you guys are part of it.